Yo guys, sorry, you already know that it is that time again. It is time to look ahead to the anime that is going to be coming out in the upcoming spring 2023 season. I'm really looking forward to this because the winter 2023 season has been absolutely disappointing. There has not really been anything to watch. I'll be making a video talking more about that at some point, but just know that I've really been struggling to sit down and watch anime, and I'm really hoping that the spring season is going to turn that around for me. Especially in terms of new anime. There's, not nothing that came out in the winter season, but man, it's been rough. It's been a rough start to the year for anime. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and do a video where I look ahead at the anime coming out in spring 2023. I'm here on Live Chart as I do. And, if you haven't watched me do one of these, I have a pretty particular way of just how I figure out what I might be interested in. I feel like I'm pretty good at deducing what I'll like based on just, like, the pictures, the tags, the little descriptions. So I'm not going to, like, read every single word of, like, every single thing, but I am just going to go through and see if there's more that stand out to me in this season than last season. So let's go ahead and not waste any time. Let's go ahead and jump into it. This is just by popularity, so, like, there's One Piece. Haven't started One Piece. Don't know if I will. If I do, it'll be so long from now. It's so far gone. Vinland Saga Season 2 is, started last season. I have been watching it. I'm not fully caught up, but I'm only a couple episodes behind. This has been one of the bright spots of the winter season, and so that is going to continue into the spring season, so I will be keeping up with that, absolutely. The Attack on Titan, I don't even know what's happening with Attack on Titan. I didn't realize that the first part of the final thing was came out March 3rd. I haven't watched it yet, but I will at some point. I've read the manga, so I don't need to worry about, like, getting spoiled and all that sort of stuff, but I'll watch that at some point. I don't know if there's another, I think there's, like, a second part. I don't know if the second part's going to be, like, a movie, or if it's just two really long episodes. I don't even know what they're doing with Attack on Titan at this point. They've milked this dry. They should have ended this, like, a year or two ago, and they just keep stretching it out for whatever reason. And I'm one of the biggest Attack on Titan fans on the planet, but even I get annoyed with however they're doing the animation of this. It's ridiculous. Demon Slayer. I did see that there's another Demon Slayer season. It's interesting that they just label the Demon Slayer season by, like, arcs, which, I feel bad for any anime fans, like, 10 years from now when Demon Slayer is, like, fully animated and has, like, 10 different arcs and none of them are, like, labeled by numbers and you have to figure out, like, what order to watch them in. Because Demon Slayer is, like, that big of a series, I'll probably keep up with it. I mean, I wasn't the biggest fan of Season 2, especially when it comes to the characters and whatnot, but, the action's gonna look nice, and I think it's just one of those that, like, if you're an anime fan, and you care even slightly about keeping up on top of what's popular in the anime world, Demon Slayer is one to keep up on, so I will be watching it most likely, and we'll see if it, gets better, gets worse. I have no idea. But yeah, alright, let's go ahead and get to some other stuff. Some sort of Konosuba thing. I've never actually watched Konosuba. I don't know if this is a spin-off of some sort, is some sort of sequel. I don't know. It looks like some sort of spin-off, but I'm not entirely sure. But I'm probably not going to watch that. I mean, I would like to watch Konosuba at some point, but I don't know that now is the time for that. There's a lot of other stuff that I will probably end up getting roped into watching first, so we'll see. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure what sort of Konosuba this is, but I'm sure people that like Konosuba are very excited about that. Let me get to Dr. Stone Season 3. This is actually just a little bit surprising just because, I don't know, Dr. Stone felt like one of those series that was going to be hyped at the start and then probably just never get fully animated or whatever. I don't know, I just felt like Season 3 was going to be, like, further off for some reason. But no, they're back making more, and I'll definitely be watching it. I really enjoyed the first two seasons of Dr. Stone. I think it's pretty good. It's not, like, my favorite of all time, but I do think it is worth watching. I also love that they have, like, they can't even, like, give the synopsis for, like, half these things, because it's all spoilers for previous seasons or whatever. But just know, if you've seen Dr. Stone, it's probably going to be worth continuing. I'm very interested to see because, as you can see, they're, like, sailing off to new land or whatever, so I'm sure that is going to be something. We'll see how they do about that, This continuation of Kubo Won't Let Me Be Invisible. I have not been watching that. Haven't been sold enough to me for me to care, so I'm not going to pick it up now. We have In Another World, My Smartphone Season 2, everybody's favorite anime. I'm pretty sure not a single person actually likes it. There might be some people that are on the so bad it's good camp. I haven't watched it. I'm definitely not going to be watching Season 2. So, no thanks. We have Tony Kawa Over the Moon for You Season 2. I vaguely remember that. I think it came out last year, or maybe the year before. I feel like I've heard somewhat decent things about it, but, you know, Season 2. For people who care, I did not watch it, so I probably won't. This is interesting, because I got a cheat skill in another world and became unraveled in the real world, too. But I'm actually kind of drawn to this sort of, like, art style and, like, poster thing. So I don't know. Hold on. Inviting a boy who's been brutally bullied all his life. Alright. Finds a board of priceless artifacts in the world filled with magic and with monsters. Can bring whatever he wants back with him when he returns to Earth. It won't be long. Okay, that doesn't actually give all that much. He gets into a fantasy world and is able to bring something back to the real world. So, I mean, I'm not going to watch it. I'm going to wait to see if people talk highly about this. Just because the art style looks pretty interesting. It looks like it could have some really good action scenes. I don't know who this studio is, and if they've done... Oh, they've done Swarm of Spiders, so what? Berserk 2016, everybody's favorite. Okay, so... who knows? There isn't actually that much from the studio that makes me hopeful, so yeah, I'm not going to watch it, but I'll keep an eye out for if people talk about it. A strong recommendation from word of mouth by like multiple people is enough to get me to check something out. So that's the thing that I'm gonna kind of wait for. That you have summoned to another world again. Oh no! Not only is it happening once, it happened twice. It was a hero who was summoned to another world, to save the world, and then reincarnated and re-summoned back to that same world. I'm just gonna say no, thank you. You know, I'm not much of an isekai guy. If you're going to do some crazy isekai, it needs to have some sort of twist or something to draw me in. I'm not super against watching them, but there needs to be something that isn't just generic. So we'll see. The Ancient Magus Bride Season 2, that's a series that I've never watched, but I do think that the first season isn't that long, and I do think that it sounds like something that I may be into. So the fact that season 2 is coming out might get me to check out The Ancient Magus Bride, and if I like the first season, I might check out the second season. So that is a soft, you know, plan to watch, but I would have to watch the first season first. And I mean, I do have time, so we shall see. That's the first maybe. There's a couple things coming up that I think might be more to my liking. Not Kuma Bear Punch. I've heard of Kuma Bear. I don't know what it is. There's no synopsis. I don't know if there's a sequel. I don't know if there's a spin-off. I don't really know in what way it's related to that series, but I will not be watching it. You risk cast otherworldly adventure serving gods who go too far. Okay, well, have to be the wrong time. Next thing you know, in the kind of world only dreamed about, a war of magic and swords. Alright, I'm just kind of like scrolling through. I was like, is there anything that sounds... Wow. Alright, it sounds like the most generic thing ever. I can't tell if this is going to be a good animation or terrible animation. It kind of looks like it could be either, just based on that, but I do not know. Here we have one that I've actually heard of, Mashle, Magic and Muscles. This is a comedy, shonen action series. I've heard pretty good things about the manga. I actually definitely will be checking this out. A1 Pictures, I'm pretty sure is good at what they do as well. So I have high hopes for this. I think it's a world in which magic is casually used by everyone, and then I'm pretty sure there's like one boy who like doesn't use magic, but he's like really strong. So it's some sort of comedy anime. I think he becomes like really overpowered. I don't know if it's like a One Punch Man thing type like level of being overpowered, but I've heard enough good things about Mashle, Magic and Muscles as it is. So I am absolutely going to be checking this out. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw that onto my anime list. Boom. Plan to watch that. Easy. And actually just going to keep that up as a tab for myself, so at the end of the video, you know what, actually, let me start keeping tabs of how many different shows I may be keeping up with this season. So we're already at 4, although, yeah, no, we're already at 4. I was gonna say Vinland Saga is the only continuation. We'll see about the Ancient Magus Bride. Oshinoko, drama, music, Satan and Supernatural. Oh man, all right, well. I don't feel very hopeful when I see Dogu Koba, and I'll tell you why. But let's read the synopsis because there's a chance. Pregnant young Starlight appears in Goa countryside medical clinic. Takes upon himself to safely deliver Ai Hoshino's child, so he make a scandal before he return to the stage. But no good deed goes unpunished, and on the eve of her delivery, he finds himself slain at the hands of Ai's deluded stalker, and subsequently reborn as Ai's child. Oh, okay. glitz and glamour show me to hide the dark underbelly of the entertainment industry, threatening to dull the shine of his favorite star. It helped his new. So a stalker becomes this pop star's child. Okay, I'm not very hopeful on that. If it's you know, something that people talk highly about, maybe, but I just don't think so. Also, the whole thing with Dogakobo, I've been duped by them before. I want to see where it is. Saying Yesterday for me was a series that had a lot of promise and did not live up to it at all. And I thought there was another one. Oh, Ikebukuro Westgate Bark. That was like, I watched one episode of that, and it was like one of the worst things I've seen. But it was just really boring and not very good. So they've already duped me twice, and I really can't trust anything that they do now, especially when the synopsis does not really, you know, bode a whole lot of confidence for me right now. Alright, I see Mappa. So what is Hell's Paradise? Action, adventure, historical, shonen, supernatural. Edo period is nearing its end. Gabimaru, a shinobi formerly known as Trunks in Iwagakure, who is now a death row convict, is told he'll be acquitted. Free if he can bring back the elixir of life from an island just for to be his pure land. Ukavati, reunited with his beloved wife, Gabimaru heads to the island. Okay, they encounter death row convicts, yada yada. Mappa, you know, obviously, you know, Mappa does what they do. Okay, hold on, you know, alright. We have a way to check. I'm interested. When I'm on the fence about something, what I like to do is look at the source material. This is based off of a manga, and the manga is rated pretty highly. Okay, interesting. And it is pretty recent. It's finished. It's like fully finished. Interesting. Okay, I may check this out. I'll put this on the plan to watch. Oh nope, wrong one. I'll edit that later. I meant to do that to this. Let's plan to watch that. Yeah, I'm not confident that it'll be to my liking. If there's anything that I drop, it could be this, but I am willing to check it out. So we'll see. Loving Yamada at level 999. Ana's just about to quit the game. She's played with her boyfriend, which means Yamada in the same RPG. Real life turns out to be somewhat of a legend. The only problem is only interested in the game. That seems like the sort of comedy that I'm not really gonna like. You know, she's gonna be like obsessed with him. He's gonna be obsessed with the game. Shenanigans ensue. Doesn't really sound like I feel like I can already see the entire series, and no thanks. Ranking of Kings, Treasure Chest of Courage. I don't know if this is. I don't know if this is a sequel, if this is a spin-off, if this is a special like one episode thing. I don't know. If this is a sequel like season, I'll definitely be watching it. If it's just like some sort of weird spin-off thing, then I probably won't. So I mean, it really just depends on what exactly this is. But you know, Ranking of Kings very good. The legendary hero is dead. Okay. Well, farther than the world lies Hell's Gate. Portal used the demon lord to invade human realm. Dude, anytime I just see like demons, human realms, magic, the legend, I'm just like, yeah, okay, sure, whatever. It was incomplete and has begun to weaken a lot of the demons once again. Okay. Can't revive him. Wow, that's a long thing. Alright, whatever. I'm just gonna say no because there's nothing that jumped out at me as something that I wanted to see. Oh gosh, do we have the sequel of my mom and her 2-hit target attack? Now we have my 1-hit kill sister. Strongest one in this haunted world isn't me, my older sister. A boy who loves video games, killed in a traffic accident as of another world. He tries to enjoy otherworldly adventuring. His stats are on the level with NPCs. Oh, he's in big trouble being chased by a monster when he hears, "Fear not, little brother." The monster used to go by with Sasuke's older sister, who followed Sasuke the world. Finds some seriously OP skills, but she takes her adoration of her younger brother to extremes. Oh, nope, that's asking for bad Japan things. No, thank you. This sounds like it could be funny for the first episode. There's no way you make an entertaining season out of it. I'm not going to watch it because it has somewhat of a funny premise that is not going to be funny after like 3 episodes. So I'm not even going to bother starting. If there is one person out there that is just like, oh, you know what, this is still good 7 episodes in, maybe I'll check it out if it's really funny, but I'm not expecting it. I don't actually know this. Oh, okay. I was gonna say I've never heard of this anime studio, and it's because they haven't really done anything. Well, we'll see. Comedy 4th season. I think that started. It looks like, yeah, episode 7. In 58 days. Alright, so I don't really know what's happening with that. I haven't watched Golden Kamuy. I probably will eventually. I don't know if now is the time for that. But at some point, Golden Kamuy will happen. So I don't know when this takes place, episode-wise. Oh, okay. Oh, they were postponed following. Oh, okay, passing the main staff member. Okay, so it was supposed to be last season. And then they stopped halfway through. So the second half of the season, essentially, is happening in like 2 months. Okay, that makes sense. So yeah, I haven't gotten around to Golden Kamuy. Someday, potentially. Good. I've heard good things. The Dangers in My Heart. Comedy, romance, slice of a life. Fascinated by murder and all things macabre. Kiyotaro daydreams of acting out his twisted fantasies on unsuspecting classmates, but an encounter with Ana Yamada, gorgeous class idol, lights to spark in the darkness of his heart. Classic tale of an antisocial boy falling for a popular girl, but neither who they appear to be. Alright, it kind of depends on the characterization. This one is based off of a manga. Actually, I just by habit, I just clicked on the anime studio that I heard pretty good things about those Snow White notes. I don't know if that was more of a music thing or character thing, which was why it was praised. So, okay, I mean, I don't see any big red flags. I don't see anything that like sells it as amazing. What I did want to look at is to see the source material and see if the source material is rated highly, because this is one that is very, very heavily going to depend on how good the characters are. Usually if it's over an 8, that's like a slam dunk, like people really like it. It's getting close to that, but when it's 7.8, that generally means that like it's mostly positive, but that doesn't, it's not like a for sure, like this is really, really good. It's like, this is probably pretty good, but there may be things not like, so we'll see. I think this is going to be one of those that I'll have to wait and hear about. If I hear really good things about it, I may check it out, but I do think there's going to be other things for me to watch, so I'm not jumping at this one, but I'm going to keep my eye on if I hear good things about this, because this could be good. Eden Zero Season 2, I didn't watch Eden Zero, I have no interest in it, so cool for people that like that series that they can get a Season 2. I don't really care. Have A Galaxy Next Door, Father Died, struggle to support 2 younger siblings, Nothing Small Inheritance, passion for drawing manga, it's coming harder to keep up with growing responsibilities. Sees nearing his breaking point, beautiful and scarily competent Shoriguchi applies to become his new assistant. There's otherworldly, suddenly declares them engaged to marry. I'm just gonna go through the same thing here. Okay. I mean, I've heard of Peachwood Riverside and Giant Piece of Mars. I watched a little bit of Giant Piece of Mars, but I did drop it. Though that wasn't really because of anything that the studio did, so that's not, you know, for sure a bad thing. This is another one that's just based off of manga. That means that I can see if the source material is rated highly or not, and that will tell me everything I need to know. Okay, so a little bit lower in the 7s, so it could be a sleeper hit, but more likely than not is not going to be something that I am overly joyed about. I just saw the scene and I was just like, I like when, you know, really dark or you know, adult topics are sort of discussed, or, you know, explored. And I think this could have that, but I'm not sold that it will. Alright, let's go a little bit faster. Dead Mount Deathplay, Showdown. Okay, Ages as a legendary hero takes on the corpse of God Necromancer, but when the dust settles, something isn't quite right. The final moments of every competition. Wholly unexpected reincarnation magic. Boy named Pogashinomiya Yama awakens feeling not quite himself. Could have expected the climatic battle between good and evil would turn out like this. Action, fantasy, seinen, supernatural. Don't think I know this animation studio, like, at all. Wasn't Plunder, like, really awful? That's the only thing I've heard about. What, this already has a second core? Or is this just 24 episodes? Oh, yeah. I don't know. Apparently it already has 2 cores, but... I'm just gonna pass on it for now. What I'm not gonna pass on is mostly Gundam Witch from Mercury Season 2. I watched Season 1. I liked Season 1. Official ways to watch YouTube? That's interesting? Is that real? That's, very, very interesting. I'm gonna go ahead and just plan to watch that. This is just Season 2. This isn't like some weird, like, music video or something, right? Like, it says Season 2. Okay. yeah, I don't know how YouTube is an official way to watch. That is new, especially since the first season was all on Crunchyroll. So, who knows what's happening there? But if I'm able to watch it, I will try and watch it. It's a good solid series, and it's the first Gundam series that I've ever watched, and I'm interested to see where they go with the story from here. Alright, the reason why Atlanta ended up at the Duke's Mansion. Fantasy, isekai, romance, shoujo. I don't think I care about any of that. It's a manhwa. Interesting. Fake marriage with a man more powerful. It's going to regret the plan. Alright, I'm just going to pass on that for now. I have a feeling there's so many more series to get through, and I don't want this video to be like an hour. So, let's see. Things down here are really going to have to pop out for me. Kami Terrace, Goddess, Comedy, Ecchi, Harem, Romance, Shonen. I'm going to probably pass. Yep, I'm going to pass. Insomniacs After School. School seinen slice of life. The high school student who suffers from insomnia meets a girl with the same condition, and they chatted up under the stars. I feel like Leiden Films is like pretty good. Oh, they're the Tokyo Revengers people. Okay. Call of the Night. Call of the Night, I think, had some pretty good animation stuff, right? Yeah. Okay. I think as an animation studio, I think they're fine. I want to see, this one's also based off of a manga. I just want to see, like, is this one of those where the characters are, like, really worth it? Because, like, this is going to center around 2 people. So, if these 2 characters can, like, really carry the show. Okay. 8.5. That's going to be a plan to watch. I like, so things I like about this is, seinen. So, it's probably not going to be, like, you know, like, middle, yeah, I mean, high school students, so they're not going to be, like, middle schoolers, which is, like, they might actually, you know, explore sort of, like, deeper topics and stuff. I don't know. I like a lot of what this is going for. I'm definitely going to be checking that out. My Home Hero, I was going to say, hello, your poster's upside down, but, obviously they did that on purpose. A drama seinen, salary man who is reliable wife and daughter at university, rebellious, has a happy life, till one day he finds out his daughter's been beaten, in a dangerous world to protect his family. Okay, I see the appeal of this. I don't think it's for me. I just, yeah, I don't know. A sort of revenge story feels like it's probably not for me, but it might be good. But I'm not going to immediately check that out. Again, another Quiet Blue Sea. This says episode 8, so this is probably something that had already been started. It also, oh, okay, began fall 2022. I guess some of it got pushed back or something. But that's not something that I've kept up on or heard about, so I'm not really going to start now. Sacrificial Princess, King of Beasts, Fantasy, Romance, Shoujo. This is second shoujo we've seen. Let's see, female human sacrifices to eat in order to assert dominance of the people. Okay. Okay, she's not, okay, this is like Beauty and the Beast, she's not afraid of the beast. Do they fall in love? I don't know, she probably just becomes queen or something, says she becomes queen. Doesn't inspire confidence. Could be fine. Animation looks like could be okay. DC staff, can do a good job, depending. But I'm going to pass on it for now. Action comedy, ecchi, fantasy, isekai, seinen. Also don't even know what the, like, that is. It doesn't have, like, a more English title. Another world religion doesn't exist, and porn books are akin to child's doodles. What? Okay, I'm just gonna pass on that. This is interesting. Production IG is a very, very competent studio. Heavenly Delusion, adventure, sci-fi seinen. Within safety of the walls, youths are raised in nursery-style setting by robots, so this is, you know, very sci-fi. While life there may appear stale on the surface, children are full potential and curiosity. Slice of heaven, the outside world is a hellscape. It's almost entirely void of anything mechanical and is now inhabited by bizarre, yet powerful supernatural beings. Okay, so I mean, this kind of is going off the same sort of thing of, like, raised inside the walls. There's stuff outside, like in Attack on Titan, like the giant piece of Mars last season. All that didn't end up having the same sort of delivery as, like, oh, the outside world is scary. It's kind of just like everywhere is scary. Hey, it's out there crisscrossing. There was also a series like 2 years ago. Oh, dang it, I can't remember what it's called. There's another one that's coming to mind where, you know, they're inside a building and there's like crazy a decadence. That's what I was thinking of. You know, where they're in like a thing and there's like monsters. They go out and fight. I'm searching for the line. You have more. Okay. This is based off a manga by a animation studio that I trust heavily. So I want to see if the manga is even like halfway decent. If so, I may check it out. Okay, so 7.49 doesn't inspire a ton of confidence, but it's not immediate death sentence either. I may check it out. I think this is one of those that I'll know by the end of the first or second episode if I will like it or not. So I'm probably gonna check out the first episode or two, and if it's like really boring and not interesting, then I won't continue. And I mean, if it's interesting, then I'll keep watching. So I don't. Case closed. Detective Conan. Never watched it. Not gonna start now. Yuri is my job. Comedy show to I. Meg gets roped into working at a weird cafe where the waitresses pretend to be students at an all-girl boarding school. She's straightly taken with her partner Mitsuki, so kind to her in front of the customers. There's one problem: Mitsuki really can't stand her. This animation studio sounds familiar. Oh, I've done it again. I feel like this has happened to me before. I'm going to pass on that. The Skip and Loafer, a comedy romance slice of life with a very interesting poster art style here. Graduated from middle school, entered top tier high school, moved to school, blah, 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 blah. Social understanding is quite on the same wavelength as others. This means that she sometimes makes mistakes, but easygoing nature, so his classmates little by little. Okay. Mental feelings and frustrations. I mean, I don't know. Alright, this is another one that's based off of manga. Let me see. I didn't realize that I was going to be so heavily relying on source material, but like I feel like the descriptions aren't really giving me like anything to go off of. All of these series are basically like, ooh, are the characters good enough to carry this? 8.34, so maybe. Yeah. I might check this out. This is another one that I don't feel super great about, but I think it's something that within the first couple episodes I'll know if it's for me or not. So I may check it out. But yeah, these descriptions are not really selling me at all. So that's why I'm like heavy focused on seeing the source material, because that's the only form of information I can get. Blue Orchestra, this is interesting. Drama, music, performing arts school. Hollister, violin prodigy. I like the violin. I've never played it, but I just really like the sound. It's also a year that you got to know a girl, told about high school with prestigious school orchestra. Suddenly the gears talk of Iono's life. Story of youth drama that brings forth harmony between music and the heart. Alright, this gives me nothing, but I think in a way that I still want to check it out regardless. Oh, this is a studio that made the 1999 Hunter x Hunter? Interesting. Oh, and Love All Play. Okay. I watched that. Not an incredible series, but I don't think that is because the animation was all that bad. So, okay. I have all these tabs open for what I may watch. Alright, yeah. I actually am really looking forward to that, potentially. I'm going to check out Blue Orchestra for sure. Alright, we got Magical Destroyers. Utopia, Near Future, SSE. Alright, this seems very... I don't know how to describe that. It's just not me. Mahou Shoujo, magical girl, but like, it also seems very weird. I thought it was just like sort of like a. It has the same sort of description as like a mecha anime, like a generic one. So I'm going to. It's also a studio. Sorry, an anime original from a studio that I don't know anything about. I'm going to pass on that, especially because I'm seeing my growing list of stuff that I might actually check out this year, this season. I mean, Otaku Elf. As an unusual resident ancient elf who's obsessed with video games. Reclusive otaku, well supplied with energy drinks and junk food. I'm going to pass on that. That's comedy, so maybe it's really funny, but I'm just going to pass on that. Birdie Wing Golf Girl Story Season 2, absolutely. I watched the first season, I liked it, and I liked it enough to see Season 2. I think it's going to be focused a lot more on just like the golf like side of things at the school that they're now going to. I assume all these characters are going to really play a major role. Either supporting characters like You Look Familiar, I think one of these other ones should look familiar, or like rival characters like probably this entire side. So that is yeah. That's gonna be really nice. Looking forward to that. My Clueless First Friend. Opposites attract. Oh, this art style is not inspiring confidence. Oh, fifth grade girl. This is like children. I am not really interested in watching children be happy friends with each other. I don't know. It's not for me. Too Cute Crisis. Oh, look at the little cat. Okay. After a little sightseeing first, and travel soon. Take her to a cat cafe with furry felines inside. Take her heart. Alright, so cats change her heart. I don't know how you make an interesting series out of that, so I'm gonna pass over that for now. We still have a few. I'm gonna kind of go faster on the rest of these. Look at this: Bad Girls, Comedy, Harem, Romance School, Shonen, probably not. Loser gets picked on the school. But then he ends up getting a harem or something. Okay. Sure. No thanks. I'm gonna pass over that, even though that's a very interesting art style. Pokemon 2023. I haven't watched Pokemon in a while, but I'm sure this will be solid. I think this is the first series with the new character that's not Ash. So you know, I'm sure it'll be good, but I don't have time in my life to be investing into Pokemon anime on top of everything else that I'm investing my life into. A music anime from Wit Studio. I said this before. Wit Studio is attached to any project, I'm gonna watch it because they are literally like striking like 100%. Attack on Titan, Spy Family. I haven't actually watched it for the end. Vinland Saga. Oh, they did the Ancient Magus Bride. All right, that means I guess I have to watch that now for sure. I haven't watched Cabinet of the Iron Fortress. Ranking of Kings. They did that, and I was like, yep, it's good. Their name was attached to Vivi Before I Die song. Fantastic. Great Pretender. Another one where it's like, I don't know if it was gonna be good. Watch it. Very good. And then where's the one from last year? The Seraph of the End that I haven't seen. There was one that I was specifically looking for. Yeah, Onipon down here, where it was literally like, I'm only watching this because Wit Studio is attached to it, and I end up really liking it. They're literally striking 100%. I'm honestly not even going to. I'm just putting that on my plan to watch. I'm planning to watch it. You know, it's some sort of bond between girls, music. I don't need to read anything else. This is actually, it's a really long description, but I'm watching it. Wit Studio is probably the only studio that I will watch anything they put out until they do me wrong, which has not happened yet. No synopsis for a thing with no tags. From a studio that I don't know. We're just gonna skip that. Action sci-fi with a bunch of girls. I'm going to skip that. Tokyo Mew Mew new season 2. Didn't watch the first one. Going to skip that. Mix season 2. I really dislike Mix. I watched the first season of Mix. It is a baseball anime that I think is inspired or like some sort of like spiritual successor to like an older series. But yeah, I don't really like this. The baseball is not very interesting. It kind of revolves around two brothers being like pitcher and catcher, whatever. But I don't know. The characters are not interesting. The pace is very slow. I did not like Mix at all, and I will not be watching season 2. I'm very surprised that it gets to season 2, but whatever. Happy for the people who do like it. I'm not one of them. World Die Star, I mean, doesn't really say anything. Alright, I think we're probably getting to the part of the list where there's not much. Like Shadow vs. Flame, I feel like there's like this. Okay, begin spring 2022. I was like, I feel like I see this, like this looking poster, whether it's for the same thing or not. I feel like I see this every single season. Idolmaster Cinderella Girls. I don't know anything about Idolmaster. Roboco. Whereas there's a, you know, Maid Robot. Okay, begin winter 2023. I was like, this looks vaguely familiar. Haven't seen it. Don't plan to start. Opus Colors. Music. Colors, the world you live in. Perception art has been around the world. Kazi and the son of Mr. and Mrs. Yamanashi, famous artist. Had another motive to rekindle friendship with another childhood friend who had drifted apart after an incident 10 years ago. Son of a well-known greater. What kind of music is happening here? That is interesting. This animation studio like ever done anything? Layback Camp. Huh. Interesting. I'm always drawn to music anime. I really like the character design. I'm going to be keeping an eye out for this. This is one of those that could flop, you know, spectacularly. It's just like an original anime that doesn't really offer that much new, but I want to check it out anyway. I think this could be one of those random things that I end up liking that nobody else ever even sees, and I'm always drawn to finding the hidden gems. So I'm going to check that out. Run for Money, the Great Mission. I'm gonna pass over that, and then we get to kids stuff, which I don't really care about any of these kids shows. Yep, kids. I don't know what this is, but it's short form. Doesn't really have anything. But yeah, this is all kid stuff. Animation, Paralympic, Who's Your Hero? Oh, interesting. Okay. That doesn't even see. It's just like some sort of special. It's not even like a series of any sort. Kids, comedy seinen. You're not a kids. I mean, you look like kids, but it also begins spring in 2022. It has 120 episodes that are all a minute and a half, so they're just like really short form stuff. Okay, this I'm just double checking that there didn't end up like nothing like non-kids like anime ended up down here. There's some like short form stuff that's mixed in with the kid stuff. But okay. I think that's Sorcerer's Stabber Orphan, Doom of Dragon Sanctuary. Wasn't that like a series that like Sorcerer's Stabber Orphan was like from a couple years ago and it wasn't very good? That's at the bottom below all the kid stuff. That's really funny. Okay, wow. Oh wow. Alright, there's been a lot to potentially look at this season. You know, for the sake of recapping everything that I clicked on, I am going to put the Ancient Magus Bride. So literally what I'm looking at right now, we have the Ancient Magus Bride Season 2, potentially. National Magic and Muscles, Demon Slayer, Vinland Saga, Dr. Stone, Hell's Paradise, Mobile Suit Gundam Witch from Mercury Season 2, Insomniacs After School, this is Heavenly Delusion, Skip and Loafer, Blue Orchestra, Birdie Wing Golf Course Story Season 2, Kizuna no LL, and this Opus Colors. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That is 14 different series. Wow, that is going to be a lot to keep up with. I will do my best. We'll see how many of them hold fast and how many of them turn out to not be very good. But that is what I'm looking at right now. That is, wow. A lot more better, a lot more interesting than the winter season. Because I remember going and doing this video for the winter season, and I did not really like what I saw. And I turned out to be right. So I think out of these 14 shows, honestly, I could see like 10 of them, at least 10 of them being good. I think the only ones that I'm not sure about are Hell's Paradise, Heavenly Delusion, Skip and Loafer, and then this Opus Colors. So I think if any of the ones that I watch are going to end up not being to my liking, it's going to be one of those four. I think the other 10 are pretty safe lands for something that I at least like. Even if some of it's stuff like Demon Slayer, it's still probably going to be something that I'm going to at least watch to the end. So that's going to be at least 10 series I'm committing watching to the end. And then the other four, we'll see how it goes. So that is what we're looking at for the winter season. And I didn't even talk about Attack on Titans, which I'm definitely watching that first part. I don't know when the next part's coming out. But yeah, so there is that's that. Hopefully y'all have enjoyed and learned something and found something that is interesting to you. If so, let me know. Let me know if there's anything that I, missed out on, glanced over, that you think I should actually give a chance to, or if you know anything about the series that I'm planning on watching that you think that maybe I should know about to not watch it. I don't know. Any sort of opinions, thoughts, go ahead, leave in the comments, and I will see y'all around. I'm going to make a video talking about the winter anime at some point, and then, as always, I'll make a video letting you know how this season of anime went at the end of the anime season. So hopefully you're excited for that, so let me know, and I'll see y'all around. So, till then, peace out.